We will follow closely the discussions and developments on the bill and keep you updated on the program. And just before we go, a recap of some of the trending stories from the courtrooms.
We begin from the High Court in Abuja. The Nigerian police force has arraigned Senator Dino Melaye before the court over allegations that he attempted to kill himself by jumping out of a vehicle conveying him to Lokoja, Kogi State, to face criminal trial. The police say the senator's action amounts to an offence punishable under Section 327 of the Penal Code Law. Senator Melaye, however, pleaded not guilty to the 6 counts. Justice Silvanus Orji admitted him to bail in the sum of 5 million naira with 2 sureties in like sum. From the case of one senator to another, the EFCC has challenged the continued trial of the senator representing Delta North in the National Assembly, Peter Nwoboshi, following the elevation of the judge. Justice Mohammed Idris has therefore fixed the 31st of July to rule on whether he can come from the appeal court where he has been elevated to conclude the case at the Federal High Court, Lagos. The defense team had written the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Zainab Okachua, requesting that Justice Idris be given a fiat to conclude the case despite his elevation. The request was made pursuant to Section 396, subsection 7 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act of 2015, which permits a judge elevated to the Court of Appeal to return to the High Court to conclude partly heard criminal cases. Justice Okachua had granted the fiat, but when the case came up in court, the EFCC opposed the move by Justice Idris to conclude the case and insisted on its transfer to another judge to start afresh. The same judge, Justice Idris, will also decide on the 31st of July whether the former governor of Abia State, Orji, has a case to answer in relation to an alleged 7.6 billion naira illegally derived from the treasury of the Abia State government. Mr. Orji and his co-defendant, Slok Nigeria Limited, and the state's former Commissioner for Finance, Ude Jones Udogu, had all contended in a no-case submission made by them that the amended charge filed against them by the EFCC does not disclose any case or offense against them to warrant their putting in a defense. In the amended charge, the EFCC had increased the number of counts against the defendants from the initial 34 to 39. The amount quoted to have been allegedly diverted, stolen and laundered by the defendants was also increased from 2.9 billion naira to 7.65 billion naira. And we round off in Cross River State, where the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onohe, has urged the judiciary to always uphold the tenets of the legal profession in the discharge of their duties. Justice Onohe gave this charge in Calabar, the capital city, while commissioning the newly built Court of Appeal. The court was built by the federal government to serve judicial officers after the old one, built in 1896, was gutted by fire in December 2011. The CJN believes that the court will be used for the benefit of mankind, as the judiciary remains the hope for those who cannot fight for themselves. That's it.
And it's on that note we end this week's edition of Law Weekly. Please feel free to send your questions and comments on any of the issues we featured today. Do also remember that you can watch this episode and past episodes of the program on our YouTube channel. I'm Millicent Wonka. Many thanks for watching.